It is my deepest honor to introduce to you a man whose word have held many of us in our most tender moments. A man who does not just speak about healing, he embodies it. A man who reminds us that softness is not a weakness, that the inner child is not a memory, but a living voice. And that love, when spoken with truth, can be the most radical act. Who am I talking about? I am here to introduce to you one and only Dr. Jaiya John, ancestral barber, freedom worker. Dr. Jaiya John was born an orphan on the ancient indigenous Anasazi and Pueblo lands in the high desert of New Mexico. But that did not define his path, neither did he not let his story be impacted by his birth. He became a global well of compassion. He has authored over 50 books that feel less like literature and more like a prayer. My favorite book from him being The Father to Son, Ode to the Black Boys. And I quote, "You're not what the world has done to you. You are what you choose to become. You are not what the world has done to you. You are what you choose to become." He is a psychologist, medicine poet, mystic, and a founder of Soul Water Rising, a movement of healing through justice, storytelling, and community building. What I love most and what I admire most of him is that when Dr. Jaiya speaks, you don't just hear him. You feel seen, you feel heard, you feel remembered, and you feel that somebody is telling you to remember you. Today, he joins us not just as a guest of the African Wellness Summit inauguration, but as a speaker and a keeper of ancestral memory, a liberator of tenderness, and a reminder that we are already whole, if only we can give ourselves permission to remember. I invite you all, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, to please open your hearts and welcome with me Dr. Jaiya John as he takes us through the secret Keynote medicine poem, A Remembrance Song, African Healing for the Diaspora. Welcome, Dr. Jaiya John, please. Thank you. Is he around?
I am here.
Welcome. I've been waiting for you.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Tokozani, Africa. Salam, salam, my beloved family. Bless you on this day. Bless you in your morning time, in your rising sun. Bless you in your midday, when the sun is full and fat. Bless you in your evening and dusk. Bless you in your nighttime, in the obsidian sky. Bless you, I greet you with all the love that pours through this vessel, with all the love of all time, with all the lands and all the spirits and all the people, the tree people, the water people, the wind people, the sun people. I greet you with the ancestor dreams and prayers. I greet you with this lifetime's journey. I greet you, I greet you, I greet you. I say, welcome to this moment, which is a ceremony. My sister Josephine, you have already fed me so well. You are a poet, which I knew. And I am feeling my tears already flowing because your poetry is so astounding, so beautiful, so organic and natural. No additives, no preservatives, no antibiotics. It's fresh. It is life. And I feel like I don't even need to speak anything. We don't need anything further spoken. The session has been fulfilled. Josephine, please give my sister some love through the chat. That was poetry. That was poetry. My true sister, Jaiya, is here with us. I see her. So, my beloved sister, I am happy to have you with us in the circle today. So many friends and loved ones from around the world. My heart is swollen like a pomegranate in the summertime. I am so grateful, so thankful to be alive, to draw breath, to have a heartbeat this morning, to be able to join you. I pray your day has been beautiful thus far. Has it been? This summit is a divine gathering and harvesting of souls from around this creation earth. The summit team deserves our love. We need to pour that into the chat for them. And we need to continue to pour love for them because it takes an indescribable, immeasurable thing to give birth to a human gathering like this. Humankind, we are not easy. We are not easy to gather. We are not simple, although we could be. We don't make things simple. And so to gather globally, worldwide, all these souls, I feel like nearly 1,000 souls have been really registered for this, which is amazing and a testimony to the love that has been poured. And so I'm very humbled already. I spent the last 2 days crying in prayer, preparing the soil of my vessel to receive the sermon, the word, the poetry, and the medicine. I've been praying for each of us. I've been praying for our earth. I've been praying for our human condition. I know we don't have much time together, and I'm excited to begin pouring this medicine. First, I feel that we need to begin in the African way, though, and offer libations to our ancestors. So maybe we can take a brief moment. Each of you gather in your heart at this moment your loved ones who have changed to light and passed on, your family, your kin, your friends, those souls who have lived on earth before our time, who have moved you and inspired you and lifted you, those souls who have been healers in medicine. Please pour their names as a form of African libation into the chat. And as we pour libation, we will pour the water spirit of our ancestors into the calabash of our ancestors. And we begin. Pour your people libation. Let the names begin to show up in the chat. Hazel, Wujek, Janek, Sophia. We pour libations for you. Baba whomever you grieve, Claudette Amici, Tisetso, Belfield, we pour libations for you. Mpeni, Lulame, we pour libations for you. Asif, we welcome you. Reginald, Pauline, Jeanette, Nakayo, Gloria, we welcome you. Afiba, Amma, Nio, we welcome you to the circle. We welcome you to the fire. Jackie, Morris, Tolliver, Clus, Dobile, we welcome you. Libation is poured for you. Joseph, these are our tears of love. William, Anno, these are our hearts and memories of you. Paulina, this is our living embrace of you. Paki, Riki, Papa, James, Owen, Norman, we say we love you. Milan, we remember you. Catherine, we feel you near us. We pour libations in the indigenous way. Taviso, Makai, we pour for you. Olan, Rug, we pour for you. Tiale, Thomas, Velma, Willard, we pour for you. These are our soul waters. Gordon, this is our life. You have left your legacy, and we live it now in our breath and being. Tobogo, we pour for you. We pour for you. We pour for you. Africa is alive. Africa is alive. This was gifted to me, my beloved soul sister, who is indigenous from Turtle Island, indigenous African as well, as am I. We share these lineages. This is her handcrafted pottery work, horse tail. This is horsehair burned into the earth, into the clay. And these are all our ancestral designs. And so we have so much good spirit with us today. We have so much love and prayer and hope with us today. I am honored. Spirit has poured into me, and It's going to take so much of our remaining time, and so I should begin. I could go on forever expressing my love for you, my gratitude to be able to join you. I look forward to embracing each of you, my sons and daughters, my brothers and sisters, my aunties and uncles, my ammas and babas, on African soil soon. Soon come the day, soon come the day, soon come the day. Now, all poetry, all sacred poetry, family, is a ceremony. Are we prepared to be in ceremony together? This is not materialism, capitalism, business, enterprise. In this moment, we are pausing and breathing and slowing and being all the way present and arrived for ceremony. Ceremony requires that we breathe. Take a big, beautiful breath with me, with your whole entire body and your being and your whole life. Breathe with me your pain and your tears, your grief. Breathe with me your lifetime of joy and fear and hope and prayer. Breathe with me your laughter and friendship and kinship. Breathe with me your siblinghood, your family. Breathe with me your friendship relations. Breathe with me your industry, your passion and purpose and creativity. Breathe with me your grief for Mother Earth. Breathe with me your hope for Mother Earth. Breathe with me into this ceremony. We are trying to quiet our lizard brain, move into our higher plane, open up the pistil and petal, the nectar and pollen of our soulfulness. Enter into ceremony. Come with me to the fire. We are by the water. We are by the Zambezi, by the Nile. We are by the deltas and the plains and the savannas. Breathe with me and arrive. Arrive like a butterfly to a flower. Softly, gently, let go of your worries. Be present for this moment. Be present. I ask you to follow my voice down the river of this poem. I ask you to follow its vibration and let it uncurl the tension in your body, in your bones, and in your blood. Let my voice vibration stir your sacred ancient memory. Let it lift up the sediment that has buried your vitality in the river of a mundane life. Let yourself become magic. Let yourself become mystical. Let yourself become mystery. Let yourself become mist. Let us be light and dissolved and in ceremony. Are we ready? And as we are in ceremony together in the African way, we are not going to stifle our energy, spirit, and emotions by being professional, which is a quote, Western way, but we are going to flow with vitality, using the chat as a river of romancing ourselves. What we get from this feast today is going to be a function of what you pour energetically, spiritually into the chat. Let yourself, in the Black church tradition, engage in call and response. If you feel something, don't hold it hostage in your tight, tense body. Let it revolt out of you into the chat. Let it be a sermon and a song. Let it be a revival. Flow with us, Anna. Flow with us, each of you. Flow, Josephine, Lisa, Elaine, Denzel, Kent. Flow into the chat, become a common river, a quilting of our passion, our pause, our reverence for this lifetime and the healing of this Africa. And we begin. This medicine poem, Spirit says, is called Remembrance Song. African Healing in the Diaspora. And it begins as a story. She was early in her mother's belly still, and already singing the song of her soul. Her mother gathered the women of the village and they took to the woods to sit for as long as it took to hear and know her new child's song blooming in her womb. They gathered under the century stillness and sacred stored sage of the baobab, acacia, whistling thorn, fever trees, milk trees, and yellowwood trees. The women sat in a circle near a gurgling stream in a clearing, bright sun bouncing off their skin. They sat close, leaning on each other, laying on laps, intertwined like twigs in arms and legs. This closeness was their conduit to feel the vibrational soul of child within mother. 3 days and 3 nights passed. The women began to feel the child's notes lift up into the air, on the grass, stirring the dirt, dampening the leaves. The child's song became melody, rhythm in the wind. Her song was the story of her soul, who she was, where and who she came from, her disposition and spirit, what she came here for. The women felt the child's song in their bones and blood as a tingle along their skin, a lyric on their lips. They began to hum, hum, hum. Hum took shape of a new life, new spirit, of a persona, temperament, life calling. The women brought the hum out into a song, her song. They gained familiarity with this child's soul terrain, texture, topography, territory. She was singing the braille of her being. They touched the grain of it tenderly. The child was teaching them intimate details of her ancestral journey, her particular needs and sensitivities. She was singing her people into seeing her. She was seeing her people. She was singing her people into the seeing of her, the seeing, therefore, of themselves. Sarubona, I see you, we see you. Her song became melody leaping out from the deep chest of the women, a chorus of testimony, prayers unfurling like delicate cloth in the warm, ushering wind. Earth remembered this child and joined the chorus. Trees, birds, animals, rivers, sky, sun, they never forgot a song, even as a song was reborn from the archive of ancestors. So they knew this child's song and joined in the singing. All living things are singing to each other. Only we, humankind, have forgotten the singing, the chorus, the chemistry, the alchemy. Creation, because it loves us, sings to help us remember. And we need only grow still and quiet enough, slow enough, and patient enough, and present enough to listen. The forest was alive with this welcoming ceremony. The women wept their joy and weaving, their joy and their weaving. Now we know this child well enough to introduce her to our people, they said. They returned to the village, gathered children and men, and said, "Go get the drum, a child soon come. The women taught the people the new child's sacred soul song, her divine imprint and life calling. The people sang and they sang until they became worthy of welcoming this new life. The child came to be born under a pregnant moon when the waters were high and animals were following the tall grass for grazing. As she emerged from her mother's womb, she was greeted by the love blanket and embrace. Her people sang to her, singing to her her very own song that she herself had taught them. This song, greeting her, was the final nourishment of her womb time, soothing her nervous system at birth for her life ahead. What the poem is saying is that she was born calmed and affirmed by her own song returned to her. This would be, family, her first medicine. As you take in this story, I pray you know this is your story. You are the child. Reflect on the song into which you may have been born, or the song into which you were not born. What native notes were greeting you? What foreign false notes were harsh against your being as you came into this world? How did this shape you? How did it touch your persona into being? Now back to the child. Her song was not just an actual song. It was also a song in the way she walked, spoke, ate, grieved, laughed, loved, resisted, fell, rose up, related, listened, heard, dreamed, prayed. All of this was her song, and it was rich, lush, fertile, supernaturally tuned. For a person to see, feel, know, comprehend, love, and be worthy of being in relationship with this child, a person had to become fluent in her song and also offer back to her an acquaintance with their own song. They needed to know themselves so that they would not arrive to her as harm. For intimacy is not self-serving, it is the mutuality and reciprocity of music. As she grew and moved through her development, her people would sing to her an increasingly intimate and insightful version of her song at each point of transition. These were rites of passage when she learned to crawl, walk, talk, run, climb, when her first moon time came, when she strayed from her path and nature, when she returned to her truth, when she mated, birthed, became elder, and finally, when she changed to light. Her people were there singing her own song. This was their way of saying, we see you, we feel you, we cherish you, we belong to you, we affirm you, we need you. We need you, we bleed you, we see through the harm and the trauma that has touched and shaped you. We see through the stereotypes and stigmas that have settled in you like a foul sediment from a sick society. We rehumanize you. We glorify you. We bristle with the notion of your being in our lives. Thawu Bona. We need you. This lifelong ritual of romance and song, this remembrance song would be the foundation of her well-being. It would guide her, revive her, be her sanctuary and comfort, her compass and direction, her somatic massage and movement, her ointment, balm, and salve, her sauna, her soul time. She would live as a soul who could gather and carry her own medicine, all because she had taught and learned and shared and had returned to herself over and over to her remembrance song. Beloved family, this is where our story becomes all of Africa everywhere. For Africa began as a song. It means everything that we remember Africa has been Africa forever. Its age of wholeness is eternity. I speak as Gogo, the ancient one, As I say that the brief waves of harm and forgetting, the flickering seasons of violation and silencing and erasure that we call colonizing are but blinks of time in the cosmic quilt of Africa. Africa has always been whole, complete, and divine. Someone ring the temple bell and say, Amen, Ashe, Apo, it is so. For people's seasons of sickness, Africa's people's seasons of sickness, of us forgetting who we are, who we come from, the beauty and brilliance and sufficiency of our nature. These seasons are temporary, hollow hostilities against ourselves, a fever run amok, but destined to die at the feet of our sacred dancing. We must always begin here in the savannah of this African truth, the truth that our collective forgetting is but a cloud in the eternal sky of our remembering, and that we have only to sing ourselves back to ourselves again. Homecoming song. We are fertilizing and resuscitating the vibrancy to which we belong. Ngogo says we all know what the African wound is. We know where the violence came from, and how and why it lingers. This indescribable trauma and harm to Africa. We know our African wound. Today, let us speak of our African medicine. Hallelujah. Deep in the womb of the Okavango, Nile, Zambezi, and Congo Delta soils, a sunrise grows, a new African generation and season that will soon take its place in the sky and shine upon all the lands, from motherland to Turtle Island. Lineages of sovereignty are being restored. Colonizing spirits and enterprises are being cast out. Wealth is being returned to the land. African hope rises. It is memory that sets hope afloat. Africa was Africa for eons before colonizers came. Africa has been whole and complete since the beginning, when the black rocks cooled and the water steamed and lands rose from ocean. Africa was dancing even then, a magma of motion. Africa was emotion and rhythm spilling over into other lands, always enriching. Africa was mother, madre, comadre, giving from a divine heart of love, cradling first life on earth, holy land, which is every land. Her children migrated and were stolen away to all the lands of this earth. Africa is a grieving mother. She is a proud mother. She is not, though, an empty nest. She keeps birthing children, and her faraway children keep coming home. She is a protective, worried mother. She rains tears for us. She is a faithful mother who believes in us. She is a doting mother who keeps yielding crop and feast for us, harvest and produce for us. She wants for us what all mothers want, that we love and believe in ourselves, that we live free lives and fulfill our dreams and the prayers of our ancestors. Africa is praying that we, her children, will recognize each other out in the world and know we are family. She is praying that we will greet each other with open hearts and not hostility, stereotypes, and internalized hate. Africa knows that for we, her children, to recognize each other, we must first recognize our own self. Many of us do not see our true self. We see instead the oppressor's imagination of us. Mother Africa knows this, and she prays we will remember our time in her motherly womb, our moments suckling from her breast, cradled in her arms, we feeding from her placental soil, being beautiful together in her, with each other. We children of the African diaspora are the same earth and water, the same sun and sky. Our mother aches for us to remember this. She cries for us to remember this. She is heartbroken, devastated, crushed, and yet she remains delivered in faithfulness, for she believes in her children. And now, family, on this day, on earth, in this ceremony, we adinkra our alphabet. We libation the library of our lineage as we call out Otun, sweet river goddess of sweet water and beauty. May she wash our spirits clean. We call out Shanti, Fulani, Mende, Kru, Kuyu, Balanta, Igbo, Yoruba, Oromo, Amhara, Shona, Hausa, Zulu, Dinka, Masai, San, Akan, Khoisan, and the multitudinous ribbon and river of nations. Africa does not need to be made ready to advance into the forefront of civilization. This is a deeply poisoned imagination of Africa. Family, Africa is and always was civilization. Here is the truer question. Is humanity, especially amnesia-addled, supremacist, colonizing, racist, oppressive humanity, ready for the brilliance and divinity of Africa? This is the question. No matter where in this world we may find her, Africa is not inferior, incomplete, undeveloped, or a lesser thing. We can hear her sing, Africa is the concentrated fertility of earth, ancient cradle of higher, deeper, richer wisdom. It is not she who needs to be made ready. It is the ravenous earth alienated vultures who need to become songbirds so they may finally sing with reverence the glory of Africa's song. Africa is not missing anything. She is whole, but she does have much to release, to purge. Hungry ghosts need evicting from her land. Tentacles need extracting. Humorous lies about Africa need banished from our vocabulary. Our great global story quilt has false strands to remove. So we continue the unweaving, unlearning, unburial. We are made of memory. We are made of memory. Our continent and bodies and cultures and people are made of memory. All of our movement brings us back to our original memory. We are transported there when we sing, dance, breathe, heartbeat, play our nervous systems like a traditional horror, make love, swim, run, dream, pray, prophecy. When our cells die, when they are born, when blood finds its way through our body lands, when we soak in the rivers and become flow, ease, release, sediment, water, story. We go back, we go back, we go back to our memory. Loved ones, gather the crops and etch your people's names on the sheaves, on the husk of the seeds before you plant them again. We are made of memory. Remember this mantra. We are made of memory. Say to yourself in your downtime, in your painful time, in your depressed time, in your discouraged time, I am made of memory. I am made of memory. I am made of memory. All I have to do to heal and be well and whole is to remember. So I go back. We African people tell our stories on the rocks, on cliffsides, in oral tradition, pouring story libations for our children, passing story water down the ladder of generations. We become waterfalls for our stories, like the Zambezi River's majestic waterfall the original people call Mosi Oatunya, thundering smoke, smoke that rises, also called Shungu, Namu Titima, boiling water. Like this towering cascade, we become waterfall for our stories, gushing, gushing the sediment of our past out into the delta of our present, feeding the ocean of our future with the nutrient of our journey. Wake each morning, loved ones, cup the river water in your hands and murmur your grandparents' joy before you splash your spirit clean, before you are awash in the purification for your day. Murmur your grandparents' joy. We are made of memory. We are made of moonlight. We reflect the solar radiance of life. The stars gaze down at us in wonderment. Let us carry ourselves as such. Humans cannot bear to look directly into the nakedness of the sun, nor can oppressors bear to gaze directly into the sun of your naked African soul. Your duty is to live naked nonetheless, which means to let your glory show, radiate yourself to us. What sunlight does to crops and flowers and all living things, do this to the world. Go find our Ammas and Babas and hold them close. They will help us decipher the codes of life. Invite our elders to the center of life's circle. They have so much wealth yet to share. We need our guidance in determining our role in the community, in life. Our elders have been stripped away, searched, and humbled by life. They are clarified mirrors. They help us see ourselves, undistorted by the common condition, weary of performing, revealed and naked, the tenured obsidian onyx true story of us, our elders all. We need our ancestral languages and the structures for preserving and teaching them. Our languages are the libation, communing us with our ancestors and our offspring. When we swim on our own linguistic rivers, we are restored, renewed, rarefied, baptized, birthed again. Just as there is a psychology to oppression, there is a psychology to liberation. Bystander effect is in full effect. Persuasion is a passport to destruction and birth. Identity and attachment fuel our momentum and malaise. Fear and trauma intensify our social drama. Caste systems catalyze our paralysis and our revolution. We would take nap and rest if only we could convince our bodies that war was not upon us. Study how the human mind works, what causes us to freeze, fight, flee, fawn, forget, form and dissolve scar tissue, remember, mobilize, speak out, stand up, stand down, hide out, go brazen, bold, be, just be. Study and learn our freedom psychology, then teach us. Evolve your own syllabus and style, personalize your theories, humanize your hypotheses, go beyond PowerPoint, point us to our power. Today we mend our stories, we examine and assess our stories, our ancestral stories, our colonized stories. We wash away what is false. We strengthen the roots of what is true. We have old ways that harm children, girls, boys, two spirits, mothers, fathers, elders, healers. We have old harmful ways. Now we examine and heal our ways. We are not cold and without dance. We are warm and dancing. We are not without the sun. We are equatorial ambassadors. We represent the sun on earth wherever we go. We do not fear water, wilderness, nature. These are our people, our kin. We belong to them. We must continue gardening our belief in ourselves, which is our belief in Africa. Our bodies and minds and hearts are Africa. Our condition is Africa's condition. The love we pour into jollof rice is hot, steaming fragrance seducing us in return. We remember now how to pour this same love into our undertakings, enterprises, initiatives, into our forward movement and momentum, which often flows when we become Sankofa bird and look back at the way we have come. If anyone here today feels this truth, now let your heart beat like a drum. Rest for a beat now, here in this medicine poem. Rivers are moving through your body. Soul water is rising. Breathe, sip some tea, chew some leaves, contemplate freedom. Behold the way sun behaves. Good enough. Now we continue. Here we go. We are hungry. Let us seed, 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 seed. Sow, soil, sun, water, wait. Harvest, clean, cook, serve, eat. Dola, fufu, chicken stew. Hitfo, cornbread, paella. Gumbo, jambalaya, squash, yam, cabbage, corn. Sassafras. Peanut, peas, peppers, poetry, art, music, movement, true story, stillness, pause. Rest, harmony within the soul and all things. We are hungry, family. Let's feast on fountains of kindness, collective effort, spiritual gardening, sacred gatherings, cultural vitality, intentional healing, reverence for life, preciousness, awe, wonderment, and the taste of sweet morning dew. Roll call, beloved family. Who here is a gatherer? Who here is the hidden? Who is the seen? Who is the seer? One of you is cornstalk rising fast and playing a Russell song as you fatten your fruit. One of you is the opener and one of you is the closer. Will you come forward? Who is the river? Who here is the river of tears who irrigates us back into life? Come forward, who are truth. You who is silence, you who is storm. Peace, you know who you are. Come forward. Mercy, light, shadow, and the maker. All of you assemble now in the courtyard. One of you who purifies the water. One of you gives us our dreams. You who weave silence into song and stillness into movement. Show us your craft. Who here is the decibel of 1,000 souls singing, weeping, grieving? Someone here keeps giving birth. You remain dilated and supple, full of milk and manna, birthing prophecy and spirit and many rivers. Here we come to the river bend. Here we come to the poetry end. Some of us have a gift for divining where the water of wellness lies hidden beneath the soil of suffering. We must care for our diviners just as we care for those who dig down to the water, those who carry out the water, and those who store the water in the deep wells of their soulfulness. We are gardeners of an ever-expanding grace. We are flowers and fruit. We are the garden itself, the soil and sun song, and water wheel and wind. We need each of you to fulfill your sacred role, not the one your people expect or want from you, the role your soul burns and yearns with, the artifact ache of your ancestors' prayers. We need you in your gifts, your passions, your wildfire condition. Go Pharaoh now, release your tension. Let your body become water and wander into your dream. Do not be haunted by your fears. Haunt those who fear you free. Come down from the mountain, flow with the rivers, find your ceremonial seed. We are calling you, your people need you, whole and free, warrior, woman, women, warrior, women. You hear the hum of the increasing frequency of the water wheel. The woman warrior, it's time, it's time, it's time, it's time for you. Men of the soft moon sanctuary, 2 spirit centuries, tall as trees, painters of epiphany, gold lacing sensitive souls. We need all of you, all of you. You are the medicine, and we need more medicine. More women building businesses, more girls in school, not oppressor school. I am sacred school. I am song and sun and wind, wild and wildlife and wilderness and home for peace and peace-worthy and determined truth and dandelion and marigold and maritime and marinating and miracling and all things possible school. We need that kind of unlearning, undoing, undenying, uprising school. Women unshackled from the presence of predators. Women seeing women fly and soar and spit fire and spit bars and lead nations and lead humanity and lay down their worries because the culture no longer creates chaos in their creativity, stops disturbing their peace, builds a way of life that allows our women to rest. Emergence of old, new modes of tenderness. More boys becoming all the way human, humming the harm out of their hymns to manhood, violining the violence from their masculine identity, harmonizing with helium and other things that rise, digging the dirt of their destiny, blaspheming against the lies that calcify and cage them, bringing the brilliance to boil for the summer stew, sacredizing the soul sermon of their sexuality. Yes, yes, more boys becoming human before they become men. All children home again, inside rites of passage and rituals returning to romance with their raw rejoicing, the natural awe and wonder, their unshackled adulation for life, themselves who are life, children resplendent against the backdrop and awning of their circumstance. Updrafting beyond upheavals. We need spells, incantations, rituals, and ceremonies, magical realism and mystical truth, vagrancy on the streets of convention and conformity, more wildlife at work, more play in our paradigm, liberating our language from the tame and timid, afros as the pinnacle of professionalism, growing things that grow, not things that kill, old oils and incense, blessing our self-regard in shea butter, plant medicine, orishas and oracles, sages and yogis, midwives and medicine people, plantain-powered prophecies, modern modalities marinated in ancestral wisdom, hip-hop, bebop, ska, steel drum, kora, djembe, mbira, tarab, kizomba, juju, sukus, and all musical spirits speaking, scatting, howling, singing, weaving science and supernatural, spirituality and quantum seeking. We have so many teachers, Africa. We have rhythm of the waves, sermon of the trees, mountain manifestos, wind secrets, desert efficiency, jungle wealth, mycelial conversation, tortoises and turtles, sand dunes and mud plains, evaporating marshes, migrating animals, a child in Accra, analyzing everything, dry seasons, monsoon ministry, nocturnal dream wandering, spirit traveling, soul journeying. And then there is water. Here is the end. Water is our Earth's connective tissue. The water in our bodies is the same water that is in the oceans, rivers, sky, earth, flowers, animals. The same water that was once in our ancestors and that will be in our descendants. Water is a time capsule, a time traveler, a filter, buffer, insulator, a moderator of energy and emotions, a medium for us to communicate with each other throughout the vast and sacred web of life. Water helps us transmute form to become the next thing. Water is a shapeshifter, a truth teller, a womb, a gift for our healing and vitality. We need to restore our kinship with water. We bring now to the ceremonial fire birth water, moon blood, ovary behavior, amniotic aquatics, earthside as we soft and gentle and learn to breathe and be in fluidity. We still have gestating to do. The journey of becoming lives in our humming. We the water ripple, we the tide roll, we rain shower, we missed our moments, we jazz these blues and rasta this rubble, we birth the poison bubble, find the upstream current and spawn our beautiful life. We heal by breathing our wellness into each other, pollinating peace, oxygenating our atmosphere, telling the truth, pouring life balance through our social porosity. Let us be intimate with what lives beyond greed and conquest and self-serving, spiritually bankrupt value systems. We can make the sweetest love with the soft symbiosis of this creation. Here is where our story comes to rest, our breath, and goes forward from this ceremony in this way we live. The African child born and raised by her sacred soul song has never stopped singing. She is each of us. She has been made for this music of being alive. Even now, she is birthing new medicine. She is a warm, rising light on the horizon of our human future. She is an ancient alchemy, a modern miracle. She is a naked sun and a pregnant moon. Go get the drum. Birth soon come. Africa. Spirit is done.
What can I say? What is there to say? What is there to add, Dr. Jaiya John? Blessing, blessing, blessing. May the blessing of those who came before you and those who walk beside you, forever may you find favors in them. And to everyone who've held this space together with Dr. Jaiya John, I say thank you. Now, to the hard question, what song is in you that you carry unsung? The song that resides in the marrows of your bones. I just invite you to sing like you've never sung before. Sing so that when Africa is awakening, when she's remembering, you will remember yourself as well. There's nothing much one can add to that, Dr. Jaiya John. Blessings be on your path and blessings, blessings. And in remembering, when she wanted to remember, when Africa wanted to remember, she birthed two visionaries to walk with her. And I say thank you to you, Dr. Jaiya, not unless you have anything else that you really want to add, which is there's nothing much to add at this
I
point.
know the poem took us to the end of our time, and we didn't have space remaining for questions. I pray that the medicine answered many of the questions. If you have personal questions for me, particularly, please feel free to reach out to me by email, on Instagram. You can find me through my website, jayajohn.com. And I'm always happy and blessed to hear from you. If you have questions for yourself and for one another. Oh, the poem, where can we find the poem? This poem is fresh born. It is hot bread from the oven. It is still stretching its tendons and ligaments. So I will complete the birthing of it and then share it with Michelle, Blessed Michelle, and she can make sure to figure out how to share it with all the hundreds of souls who have gathered for the summit, and even those who have not been able to attend. And also this poem will be in actually a soon coming new book of mine. So you'll be able to find it in published form as well.
Thank you. Thank you. So that was a special poem only birthed for even the inauguration of the African Wellness Summit. In her remembrance, that poem has been birthed. We invite it, we welcome it, we breathe it, and thank you.